Okay, back in the Groningen. If you're watching this, it should be Sunday, because that's when I'm going to post this particular video. I'm going to do 3 back-to-back Groningen matches, and we'll see how they go. Continuing the Groningen weekend. Okay, we're with the Somme, the Baji, the Pommern, the Los Andes, and an encounter. And we're up against a Jaeger, a Benham, a Rune, a John Bart, a Rupert, and a Los Andes. Fun fact, my team have got 2 of the slowest DDs in the game. The Somme isn't exactly the quickest. I mean, it's basically a Jutland, and she doesn't do much more than about 36 knots with the speed flag on, to be honest. I'm faster, actually, in the Groningen, but not by much. Let's not get carried away. Yeah, I know. Almost 38 knots. Wow. 38 knots. Almost. Not quite. Honestly, ships seem to just be getting faster and faster and faster. What I'm going to do is head north and use that island at F7 to try and catch the Jaeger off guard, because I think he's going to come south. I'm not sure which side of the island he's coming, but his detect is a hell of a lot better than mine, so I'm kind of hoping I can use the island to shield me from him and move in nice and close to sort of... Torpedoes on backboard. Yeah, he's around. Yeah. Those are Jaeger torps. He's to my left. Torpedoes on backboard. Just above me, to the left of the islands. I think he might be moving across to the right side, actually. We're about to find out. But I think I should. This Rune is well lit. I wasn't lighting him. He's in a firefight with our ship. So why did he go dark? Okay, there he is. God, I hate the spotting system in this game. Now, I've just baited the Jaeger into wanting to torpedo my smoke, so let's see if he does that. Yeah. Well, he's predictable, I'll give him that. Yeah, he was moving left to right. He's now on the right side of the islands. Now, it's a good idea to know where. This is why RPF might be a good idea. It's a good idea to know where the enemy torpedo boats are, because inevitably they will always torpedo your smoke. So you want to be in a section of your smoke you're pretty sure that the torps aren't going to reach. I've reversed to this side of the island to avoid any torps that could come from the right side of the island, because I had a pretty good idea from his initial torp spread that that's exactly what he was going to, where he was going. He was going left to right. And he's just confirmed it. I mean, it was a guess. An educated guess, if you like. Getting some good hits on the Rupert. But no fires. Which is kind of annoying. I'm going to use the left corner of this island, or the right corner of this island even, because again I'm concerned about the Jaeger. He'll have reloaded his torps by now, so there's a good chance he'll try again. Very good chance he'll try again. Meanwhile, we've lost our Somme, and the Benham's heading my way, so I'm in a Benham Jaeger sandwich. Nice. I'm so happy. Okay, what we're going to do about you? He seems blissfully unaware of my situation. Yeah, okay. We'll help him with that. Hello, Benham. Okay, I'm being fired on by the Rune. We're getting some good hits into the Benham, though. I think we've got him. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. There's a good example of a guy that wasn't using his mini-map, right? Okay, taking some hits now from the Rune and the Los Andes. Will I go dark? Let's find out. The Jaeger's still sniffing around, so I want to be absolutely sure I go dark, so I'm going to drop a smoke cone. I'm going to head north to B, because I'm pretty sure that the Jaeger's going to start capping C soon with the support of a Los Andes and a Rune. And I'm on my own here. As you can see, the entire fleet are over at A.
Torpedo's aan stuurboord.
Yeah, more Jaeger talk.
Torpedo's achter ons.
They just can't resist, can they?
Torpedo's aan stuurboord.
Yeah, so once more he sends some more torch my way. Let's get out of here. Let's go north. Okay, Los Andes took out their Rupert. That's good. I mean, the guys are doing good work over at A, and they'll be capping it soon, but we've definitely lost C. There's no way I can hold C against 3 ships, so let's go B.
Verover dat gebied. Ontvangen in uitvoering.
I can't protect C.
Sorry, ik
Well,
moet
I
weigeren.
couldn't I? I could go back and protect C, and you know what's going to happen. That Los Andes and that
Negatief.
Rune are going to flipping blow me to bits. So I'm going B. Sorry, guys. Right now, nobody knows where I am, and I'm going to use this to my advantage. Because if there's one thing I've noticed, it's that Team Red don't seem to have RPF, which is very useful for me. As I can stay dark, and then maybe surprise them. I wouldn't be too surprised if the Rune isn't around here somewhere, actually. Yeah, okay. So Los Andes went to C.
Commandante, hier de positie van een strategisch doelwit.
Got the Rune here at B. They're not looking too healthy, is he? I think we can handle a Rune. I've got 2 battleships now joining me. I've got him lit. I suspect they'll put him off the idea of pushing into cap.
Achtung, melde Zielposition.
Again, I'm staying dark. Not really much point in engaging. All it's going to get me is damaged by the Rune. Is he turning away? Yeah, he is. Smoke's almost off cooldown. Interesting. And they got him. Good work from the Pommet.
Dat was een geweldig gevecht.
Nicely done, my man. Okay, so now we can go into B and cap B. Aha, the Los Andes, of course, is now heading north. But they've only got 2 ships left. So now's a good time to engage.
Rookgenerator opgestart.
And use my last smoke. He's a little too close to the island, but he's coming out the other side now, so should be able to get some shells on him now. Yeah.
Rookgordijn gelegd.
Okay, so we've capped. If things had gone differently, we'd have still capped, so there's that.
Wordt uitgevoerd.
I never assume I'm with a good team. I think when you start assuming that, that's when things go wrong. Always play your best game. Always try and get the maximum points for your team in a ranked match. Competitive. The caps are super important in competitive. You'd be surprised how many people don't realize that and tend to just play a fragging game when really the enemy team has been wise and captured three objectives, and then their last ship slips away with 4 of you remaining and counts you out on the clock. So it's kind of important to get the objectives, the caps, and the Groningen is a very strong capper. She is a strong capper, even with 6.4 detect, because she's got smoke and hydro, like the Z-46.
Torpedo's recht vooruit. Torpedo's aan stuurboord.
Okay, we're going to cap C. Still no sign of the Jaeger. Our Pommern is chasing, so we can only hope that the Pommern makes contact. He's sending ASW. I'll keep an eye on him. And there are the Jaeger torps. Yep, he's over there. There is a chance he might get the Pommern, to be honest. Pommern's quite low, but he has slapped a health pack on. Healing party even. He's repairing his damage as we speak. But he's flooding. And here come more torps. Jaeger is, to be honest, a pretty strong DD. I know there are content creators out there that would disagree with me, but in the right hands, even though you're only slapping for what, between sort of 5 and 7, 8k a torp, or 5 to 6k a torp, it's not big damage, but it's consistent. Those torps go at 90 knots. They have good flood chance, and you can literally liquidate your targets. Let's see if we can get this guy before the timer runs out. Another thing about the Jaeger is he has a heal. He has about 3 of these heals, which makes him quite a tough opponent. He's also about the size of an umikaze. It's like bringing a tier 2 ship to a tier 9 match, but with all the advantages of tier 9 gears. So no, Jaeger's a good ship. It is a good ship. I've got one and I have a lot of fun in her. Okay, so we got to rank 7. We're doing well here, aren't we? Okay, that's what, 4 wins in a row so far. Let's compliment him. Let's compliment the Los Andes, and we'll compliment you for being a slippery git. Okay, 39,000 total damage. Yeah, I was gonna say 12,000 here, 12,000 there, but 40% credit booster, 500,000 credits. Okay, let's go. Let's do another one. Okay, this time the map's fault line, and there's quite a lot of weirdness to worry about. I've got 2 destroyers against me that potentially have radar. The Changmu can mount either radar or smoke. The Black will definitely have radar. The St. Louis got hydro. The Neild's got weird, sort of incredibly fast Halland torps. And this map is tiny. It is one of the smaller maps. As you can see, all the action goes on between those 3 very closely placed caps. So things can get very exciting and very deadly very quickly. So we've got to be careful how we approach this. I'm definitely going to go and check out A, but I'm going to be mindful of the fact that the enemy team is going to be pushing hard, and they could be pushing hard on this flank, so let's be careful. Our Yugumo's heading for C with the Schroeder, and it looks like I've got the Los Andes with me, and possibly the Soviet Soyuz. Pommern looks like he's going to support the sea push, which is good. So the team's split into 3 ships aside, which is a good way of approaching the game. We're trying to flank both sides and looking for broadsides by doing this. One section of the team's going to get lucky if we do it this way, and the enemy team blobs or lemmings into the cap. Assuming we can all shoot straight, right? Because in theory, this should work, but in practice, results may vary. There's the Neod. I'm hoping he hasn't torpedoed the gap I'm about to cross. So he's probably out of torpedo range at 12-kilometer torpedoes, but he can launch now. Okay, we got a Changmu on the cap. And I'm being fired on by the Los Andes. Neod's gone behind an island. And the Changmu never fired, he went dark. Which tends to make me think we might be dealing with a radar Changmu here. He didn't smoke, did he?
Brandalarm! Probleem opgelost, kapitein.
Okay, Ayagumo's secured C. They don't have very many ships that side. I'm not sure why our Schroeder and our Pommen are doing what they're doing. I would have expected them to...
Torpedo's, recht voor ons.
The Schroeder's doing the right thing, but the Pommen...
Torpedo's, recht voor ons.
You're a secondary battleship, right? Okay. Let's put some shells on the Changmu. Yeah. Something's capping B. So that's got to be the black. So the black's at B. Okay. Good to know. There's those Neotorps. Fast, aren't they? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Rookgenerator opgestart.
I'm gonna smoke up here. Again, I'm not too sure what our battleships are doing. I could do with one bows on the corner next to me, lighting targets so I can smoke farm. In an ideal world, that's what I'd like to see from you guys in your battleships. I lost Andes. Pass. Seems to be heading back towards C for some bizarre reason. Okay.
Torpedo's aan bakboord.
Those are probably black torps. There's a black shown himself. There goes our Yugumo. And I've been forced out of my smoke. Okay, let's try this end of the island. I might have an opportunity to sink the Changmu here. And he smoked. Oh. Something's smoking anyway. I don't know, is that the Changmu or the black smoking? It could be the black actually. I don't think I'm reading that right. So they got 4 ships there. I would love to have ambushed the Changmu, but with 4 ships on cap, I'm not sure I want to play. See if we can get a better angle. The black. Damn.
Torpedo's aan bakboord. Kritieke schade aan de motor.
Probably not my smartest move.
Brandalarm. Rookgenerator opgestart. Probleem opgelost, kapitein.
And the black's got me on radar, of course. And I'm getting chewed up by the secondary.
Rookgordijn gelegd.
Oh my god, I don't think I'm going to survive this. Don't move.
Vijandelijke torpedobootjager.
Well.
Vernietigd.
It's just a flesh wound, guys. I got greedy. I got really greedy. Look at our battleships. Look at the Los Andes and the Soviet Soyuz. They are not pressuring the enemy team. If they were pressuring the enemy team, the Neord and at least one of those destroyers would have been engaged on other targets. But I didn't look at my mini-map. I got greedy. I went in and I got punished. However, I did get the Changmu down finally. Result, right? It was probably worth the trade, probably. I'm going to tell myself it was worth the trade. It probably wasn't, but hey, them's the breaks, right? But no, I want to keep it real. I want to show you guys that I make mistakes too. I am only mortal. I was expecting the Soviet Soyuz to be... You see the position he's in now? That's where I was hoping he would be after the first 4 minutes of the match, but he never ever arrived at that position until now. And of course now he can push into the cap. The Soviet Soyuz is incredibly tanky, bows on that corner. He's a very hard prospect, and that would have taken pressure off me. Also, if the Los Andes had pushed into the gap he's heading towards now earlier, that also would have taken a lot of pressure off me, and I would have been able to probably deal with both destroyers, if I say so myself, right? But them's the breaks. Right, we're at this point now where there's only 2 minutes left to go before we win the match. The battleships have both managed to secure all 3 caps, and it looks like I'm in for a win, which is great, right? That's 5 wins in a row, and the Groningen sheet definitely has been lucky for me. Although I think I might curb the greed a little on the next match, eh? I'm going to rein it in a little. I'm getting a little too cocky. The black's on really low health. I'm not sure what he can do in this situation. I doubt he knows what he's going to be able to do in this situation. I mean, he could go for C, but he's left it a little too late now. And if he did, he'd probably get intercepted by the battleships at B. So, oh look, he's just appeared on the mini-map. I guess we're going for a heroic last stand. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. 5 wins in a row. And we go to rank 6. And collect some more gold. Yay. Alright, so we got... It's just a flesh wound. Yeah, that happened. Cringe. Pretty low on XP, but then I got greedy, didn't I? And I got knocked out early. So, kind of expected result that. 45,000 total damage, 37,000 from the main battery, 24k on the Rupert. Some of that was fire damage, 12k on the Black, nice. Chungmu 7,931 very quickly. Yeah, the guns are great on the Groningen, they are very good. Almost 500,000 credits, some good XP there. Okay, let's do another one. Oh boy, it's hotspot. It's domination again, and that's a lot of radar. Even their battleships got radar. A lot of hydro too. Yeah. So they got. I think I'm going to go B, and the main reason being that I'm going to be trapped by radar behind islands for most of the map. If I go C. Because they've got an incredible amount of radar. And hydro. Hydro that's longer range than mine, more importantly. They got two 6-kilometer hydro ships, which I find hilarious. Yep, drinking and driving again. Now, I'm quite surprised at the U-190. I was kind of hoping he'd go into C. And he's decided not to. Which I find really strange. I am going to launch my depth charges in disgust. That's something a bit unique about the Groningen. The depth charges go out the front. Which, can catch people out. Just a quick trip to the car wash. Yeah, I don't know why the U-190 isn't going with the Alaska. And I'll tell you why. I can tell you there's 2 captain skills a submariner can take very early game. One of which will tell them exactly when they're likely to be detected by radar or hydro, and they can take the appropriate action. So if they're on the surface and it says they're going to be surface detected, they can die, so they can just dive. And if it looks like they're likely to get detected by hydro, they'll know because they can detect the ship that's about to hydro them. And also they get the warning, so they can go deep. So he really should have slipped into C, the U-190. I don't know why he decided to go in one of the slower ships to B with me. It's a very strange choice. But that's how it goes in World of Warships. Personally, I'd have gone into C with the U-190 and I'd have sat behind that island. The nearest island on cap, so the one at F, let's see now, F8. And if I got radared, I'd just make sure I'm damn close to the island so they can't shell me. Of course they can ASW me, can't they? So if I get radared, I dive and move away. I mean, the Missouri is literally pushing straight into cap. And the U-190's missed an opportunity there to make his life misery. Oh well.
Vijandelijke torpedobootjager gedetecteerd.
Dat was een geweldig gevecht.
It's a Fletcher.
Vijandelijke kruiser gedetecteerd.
There's a Kronstadt, 12-kilometer radar and railguns, so very good ship to counter my play.
Vijandelijk slagschip gedetecteerd.
Okay, we're going to turn around and I'm going to head out to mid. Again, I'm really not sure what the U-190 is doing. He should have sunk the Missouri by now. I know it's a radar battleship, but if you're at periscope depth or below, his radar can't detect you, so... Honestly... So the Los Andes does his work so he doesn't have to. Strange. Okay, C remains uncapped. Again, I find that astonishing. It's gonna be a long day. I'm glad this is the last one I'm doing. Because the whole idea of this whole series this weekend was to do them in triple bills. And this one's going really slowly. I mean, my team isn't lighting them, they're not lighting my team. They could probably consider that my job or the U-190's job. But U-190 is out of position in my opinion. Maybe I should have gone into C, but I'd have got my ass radared, and I think the Pommern and the Aegir would have had a bigger role to play in my demise, ultimately. There's a Pommern. Finally. Should be able to get some shells into him from here. Maybe set some fires if we're lucky. Kronstadt actually put his fire out because he's very low health, so we should be able to finish him off. Better go. He's right on the edge of my guns. And the U-190 gets him. Okay. Now the Fletcher is desperate to depth charge a U-190. Look at this. But he's very aware of the fact that he's got our entire fleet here. So the lads have joined me, and we're now going to push A. This is funny. Where are you going, Fletcher? He's got himself in a real pickle. I think our Alaska's got him. Maybe not. I think our Los Andes has got him. Yep. Caught in a meat sandwich, and he's the meat. Yeah. Okay, well, let's go and get A. That's kind of funny. Looks like we're on for another win. Do you know what? I don't think I've lost a single match over the weekend. This is ridiculous. I should do these specials more often. It's kind of funny. Okay, let's get into A. Our Rupert's pretty low. I don't think he's long for this world. I think the Pommern's going to take out our Rupert. Got a fire on him. He's slowing down. Okay. And we get the Pommern with a fire.
Vijandelijk
And the
slagschip
cap.
naar de bodem gestuurd. Rookgordijn gelegd.
That just leaves the salmon.
Onze overwinning is binnen bereik.
What a strange game this one's been, to be honest. What a very strange game. Okay, try and get some shells into this salmon. Okay, you see the line, the empty line below his health bar? That tells me he's got absolutely no battery remaining, which means he should be on the surface, but he's not. What the name of all of his arse is going on? He's not surfacing. Wow. Okay, that was weird. Usually when that happens to a submarine, they have to come to the surface, and I didn't get a single shell hit on him. But there you go. Strange game. All right, well, we got all the way to rank 6 on the Groningen weekend. About middle of the pack on XP on that one. Decent damage, 31,589, of which 13,000 was fires. We were running the 40% booster, and we made 398,000 credits. Well, my name's Lone Gun, and I hope you've enjoyed these 2 compilations. And if you have, don't forget to like and subscribe.